blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sanctuary Experience Metamorphosis 365. So, in other words, SXP Metamorphosis 365 podcast, which is all about growth. And speaking of growth, I'm giggling because it took me a couple of seconds to figure it out. As for those who know, I am learning how to use the mobile app to do my podcast because I have so much travels going on. But what kicked it off was my computer just gave me the and that occurred. So the learning, yeah, it just makes sense to learn it so that if that ever occurs again, I'm already prepared. Get the picture? So we started this off like we always do with gratitude. I am grateful to Sunshine Cromwell, who was having that conversation about me behind my back in a beautiful way that led me to come and sit with you guys and do this right here podcast. Okay. And also for blastmusic247.com. Now, if you guys have not enjoyed blastmusic247.com, if you've not gone over there and become a fan, why not? What you waiting on? I've shared that, you know what? Let me share it again. Hold on, let's see. And this way, if I'm able to find it here, because I'm still learning this level. You can pop on over to blastmusic247.com and then follow. If you're an artist, even better, you definitely want to go over there and register as a Blast Music artist, which means that you can share your music there, and it can be also shared on the podcast. Now, here's the fun part. I guess I'm gonna have to pull in an adult and have them teach me that, because I don't see that in my stuff, and it normally is just sitting right there waving at me. Bingo, found it. I love that you're learning with me. It really is all about the growth. With the advent of technology came the advent of you fit to learn this right here or else. All right, cool. That's your QR code, just to make it simple and help you to find the podcast. All right. It is about time to dive into this here conversation. So last week, for those who were on deck, we had a conversation about release. And I shared with y'all some things on a very serious girl level. Because it wasn't my business to tell like that, but it is my business to share the important message of release. Okay, so that is the conversation we're literally continuing today. Now, here's the truth of the matter. I thought I was going to be moving on and talking about something quite different today. But what happened was, when I woke up today, it was I woke up speaking. I woke up speaking particular words. And I was like, oh. Okay, not only the waking up speaking, but have you ever been waking and the dream is still present with you, even when your eyes are open? You're still seeing the things kind of occur and wrap up, almost like make sure you get this part too. So that's what I was experiencing, and it was about release. So we're going to lean into the conversation, and I'll bring you the other information for another podcast. During the dream, I spoke about RAC, and it was release, affirmation, comfort, and kindness. And I was at a conference setting, and someone was sharing. They were doing their best to share, speak about what I had already spoken about, I guess, so to speak. So they passed the mic, and I'm like, okay, fine, because I was about to say that one out and just, let it happen as it was happening and enjoy myself and be the learner. But ended up grabbing the microphone and went into the conversation about release. Did you do your homework? You who are watching, because I know last week when we were talking about it, I asked you to go specifically and to dig into yourself and find those places where release is needed. Did you do your homework? Now, the fun part is, folks, y'all can pull up and looky loo. You can watch it occur. You can hear, the things. But if you do not put it into practice, love, then what is the purpose? Okay. So what is the purpose if you've not put the pen into action? Now, what just happened right now, I needed to put my phone in D&D, so I paused the recording, right, and did that. And I share that small particular example in as much as go back and watch the last podcast and hit pause where you need to take those notes. Get the picture. Not only the last podcast, which was 75, I'm very excited. So yay, SXP MetaMorphosis 365, but SXP 365, yay. Yay us. And the rewind is there's 75 complete and 76 on the way episodes for you to have opportunities to learn. So there is no excuse that's going to be acceptable, right? You won't be able to sit and say that you were not taught certain specific keys and tools and methods to help you live a more peaceful, better, successful, adventurous, effective, impactful life, because it literally is all lovingly put right up on here in this podcast for you. All right, so do your work on that side. I'm gonna do mine on this side. Make sure I bring it to you. You do yours on that side, and make sure you get the work and put it to work and make it work for you. Get it? A lot of work, but peaceful work. Okay, so did you do it? Did you go and inside and find the things that were hidden in that inner closet, things that were kicked underneath that inner bed, things that when they come and look you in the face, you turn your back and you do the ring around the rosy dance so that you can avert your eyes and not sit in the fright or the stink or the care or the worry or the stress that is present in whatever that event is. All right, so that is challenging. I do get it. Who absolutely wants to freaking sit down and go looking into dark closets and deal with dark? Who want to be bothered with going to find stress? Who? I'm sure not many folks want to do that, and that's understandable. But here's what the truth is. Business begins in the body. If you do not go and take care of your body, what's happening inside of your body, guess what? All them lovely disruptions that come from unforgiveness, that come from hiding and constantly keeping your body in a survival mode, really. And the Delulu folks who are not using their Delulu for good, it is unhealthy. And it results in unhealthy manifestations. All right. That's why probably I'm harassing you. That's probably why I came back to the dream, to lean into it a little bit more and to share a little bit more. So you have the information from last week, and this is what I'm going to bring you for this week. In the dream, when I woke up, I'm one of those people, I'll grab a pen or grab my phone and just write down a little bit just to kind of see where I was. So I'm going to paint the picture for you. So in the dream, as I was speaking, these things were happening as I was speaking. So I was telling the folks, when I sat down, I was turning the pages of my mind. In my mind, I seen this book. It was really big and toward the corner of what felt like a screen. And I'm leafing through these pages, and it reminded me of those old big Bibles with the little gold leaf on the edge, So I'm leafing through them. However, it was pages of my life and different things that had gone on that could be tagged as trauma. All right. And I had an experience, or let me just stick to what I said in the dream. What I said to them was, once I let go of the traumas and the bombs and the explosions, I had room. All right. So if you want to know why, like the what's in it for me deal of leaving listening or even doing the work, when you let go, when you release, you have room to create, not only just to create, but to create a future that looks like what you want it to, that you have room for beauty. You have room for love. You have room for success. You have room for, you have more energy. You have more strength about you. You got more metal to put into a wonderful place. You got more foundation sticks to build with, okay, for my builders. So I was sharing that in the dream. And it is a beautiful thing to know that you have room to create your future, that you are not bound or doomed or stuck in repeating the same cycle that possibly your parents did. If your mom or your dad, they were worriers, they might have shared that trait with you, or in the experience and the know-how, because we do as we know how, right? They may have shared, maybe there was drugs or abuse or alcoholism. They may have shared those things with you. And do you want to perpetuate it? Do you want to share it with your kids? Do you want to share it with the world? Is that how you want to show up? I love that we live in a time of explosive understanding. And what I mean by that is folks are really working to understand themselves. This is a great time to be alive. It's a great time to introspect. And that's one of my favorite words. I make up words, whatever. To get your introspections done and to understand who you are. Knowing yourself is like the biggest key. If you can commit to knowing yourself, you are going to be able to face whatever is in you. You can do that. And I believe in you. You can do the hard things. Okay, great. So, the other story. So I'm sharing this with the people, and it's like a lot of folks in there. And it's, it just is what it is. And I'm sharing with them. And as I'm speaking, the different things are moving through the room. There's blues, there's purples, there's sliding this way, sliding that way. And I'm noticing what's happening and working to understand what I'm seeing, even in the dream. So it is an interesting thing. I don't know about you guys and how your dreams move. Mine are like freaking movies, and very rarely without instruction, very rarely without truth. So here I am sharing this with y'all. Okay, boom. For example, I thought it kind of simple to share this. I freaking love music. I mean, I love music. And when it comes to traumas or stresses and things that go bump in the night, they remind me of how music settles into the mind, right? So your music, I'm one of those humans who can hear it once, especially if I don't like it already, it's stuck. That's how it was for many, many, many years. Don't deal with that anymore, thank God. But for many years, I would hear it, and if I loved it, it was great because it was stuck. And if I didn't love it, oh my, it was stuck. Get the picture? I was taking it in. It was sound worms. They were moving into my mind, into my being. They were hitting the subconscious. They were staying with me and making home like a hypnotic entry, right? It's music has that capability, that power, and the same trauma, the same distress, the same does anything that we repeat, that we open ourselves to, that we move along with, that we store in our subconscious. Do you understand? So in the like manner, understand that it can be rewritten. It is for you to go and see what sound worms have attached themselves to you, and that is a point where you can begin to undo the cohesion between trauma and you, between trauma, your body, and you. You'd like to release, right? You want to let it go. Possibly you don't know how to, but I'm offering you just a few more keys that can help the creative minds, because a lot of times that's what I'm talking to. Help the creative minds build a way for themselves to release. All right. Oddly, the other thing that came to mind was guns, and in explaining how it moves. I think that's probably the best way to say it. How it moves. I remember when I first learned how to use a shotgun. I remember the fear that I had of the sound of the wrecking, like that big sound, the strength that it took to do it, like a Am I going to be able to do this? The fear or the wonder of it. And these things might be coming to keep you company when it comes to release, when it comes to introspection and digging in your mind, which is why we're bringing it up now, right? So the effort that it took, the blisters on my hands, the whole nine of the thing, I was committed. Get the picture? The dropping hints, dropping hints. I was committed to learning that skill. I was committing to taking that process and making it my own. Yeah, I was scared. Yes, it was heavy. Yes, it was messing up my pretty hands. Okay. But it was valuable. It was something that I knew I needed to learn. And then even later professionally, I knew I needed to master, not just know, right? So many times we can get afraid to be strong when it comes to taking care of things with us. Sometimes we are already bracing for the kickback. So when I was learning to use this freaking shotgun and the rifle and all these other wonderful guns, especially the ARs, hallelujah, I'm a fan. Okay, great. Kickback. There is a kickback when you study that bad boy and you shoot it. Yeah, you're shooting. It's projecting, but it's also bam. You're getting tapped at. And a lot of times when we start touching trauma, it is like that. All of the pressure from the pressed in thing. We talked about the thorn. We talked about the concrete on the thorn, the siding of the house. We done built a whole house around that one little thorn because we refused to stop and deal with that one little bitty thing. All right. So in the same sense, when you're going back into introspection, when you're going back into digging yourself to find those things, don't be freaked out if you find an explosive moment, if you find some kickback, some stuff that makes you sit down right quick and think about your behaviors, think about your commitments. I encourage you, when you come to that moment, not even if, let's be honest, for those who have dealt with the heavy abuse, physical essays, trafficking, those things that are grenades, so to speak, in the mind and in the body. Don't be afraid or shrink back. Don't run. Stand right there and deal. Stand right there and deal with it as it is right in your face. You be right in its face. All right. You be the big bad wolf this time and face it and deal with that kickback. Right. Deal with that fear of handling. Deal with the sounds that come back. All right. And again, I get to speak to a lot of creative people, and we remember sight, sound, sense. All right. The struggle, the stress of it, all the things that went into it, the signature comments. Right? Those are things that we tend to remember and be able to recall so very easily because we hold them in our bodies. Can you imagine over a lifetime, for those of us who've got some age on us and even those who are younger, you've been through some things. Can you imagine if you took a bucket or a box and filled each one with a stressful moment or a situation that was enormous? How many buckets or boxes would you fill? And what if those buckets and boxes, tongue-tied, could only live in your body? All right. And they're stacking up and they're storing up and you're doing all these wonderful things, right? That you're just doing your life. You're keeping busy. You're moving forward. You're learning. You're growing. You're seeking. You're hiding from what's there. You're just going. Here's another box. Another instance or stressful circumstance. Here's another box. Abuse. Another box. Trauma. Another box. A different event. Another box. How much space do you really think you have to hold, store, maintain, upkeep all of them freaking boxes or buckets? How much room you got? All right. Wouldn't it be better to clean the house of you? Wouldn't it be better to spend some time in that releasing? And I'm leaning heavy into the releasing. We can talk about the affirmations. We can talk about the care and kindness of self. We're going to get to that. But right now, we're going to really, really lean into the why you and I must release. And the funny thing, like the light moment, is pressure bust pipes. For my poets, it can make you giggle when you hear it, but think about the pipes in your body. Pressure does bust pipes. All right. Don't let it be said of you. There are folks that I know personally who are experiencing a lot of things in their body because of life and holding, right? And then health comes into play, and then deterioration comes into play, and then eventually, of course, death. I expect that we all will meet it when it comes to death, right? But how you meet it matters, and I believe that we can fully affect some of that. All right, we can definitely affect some of that outcome with how we choose to live, with how we choose to release, let go. Okay, I'm gonna come back to release, but for a moment, let's talk about the affirmations. So I shared some affirmations with you guys last week, I believe, and I will post some of the affirmations on my Instagram, so that way you guys can find it in quick click if you like. It is Melikia.LadyMolotov. Yep, that's my IG handle, Melikia.LadyMolotov. All right, and you can expect that this week. Also, you are quite capable of writing your own affirmations. You are quite capable of writing your own affirmations. Think about it now. There's oh my God, this era of AI. Some folks will run to their AI and have their AI create them all of the affirmations or the wonderful things that go with that. It is for you to create your own that can be done. Excellent. Back to the affirmations. I'm enjoying this pause feature. I needed to pause a second time, and it's very different not being live with you guys, so do know that I miss you, and I will be back next Tuesday live with y'all. But for now, let's get back into what we're doing. So we're talking about the affirmations, and I will post some of them on Instagram, as I mentioned before, same time. It is my intention to share just a couple of them here. And yeah, just a couple of them here. So one, I am capable of achieving great things, and I believe in my abilities. All right. Something as simple as that. No, you don't have to do word for word when it comes to writing your own affirmations, but think about your need, so to speak. What is it that you need to hear? What would you love to hear me saying to you? Say that to you. You believe you faster than you believe anybody else, and folks might not understand that, but believe and trust, you are with you all day. So you're going to believe you faster, deeper, harder than anyone else. Be sure to say wonderful things to yourself. You can do that when you release. When you release the negative comments that were spoken over you, when you release the impact of the horrible things that were done to you, when you release victimhood, when you release judgment, when you release blaming, when you release sickness, when you release hell that you've gone through, when you release agreements with other folks that maybe try to diminish your light, when you release the fear of being your full, whole, great, wonderful, big, amazing self, when you release the anxiety, when you release the control that you believe you have over a thing that you really don't. Oh God, the release in your chest, the release in your back, the release in your hips, the release in your thighs, the release in your feet, the release in your mind. Okay, I wish you the most wonderful release, even in your relationships, because it's rare when I start talking about sex on this podcast, but I will touch that thought even right now, pun intended, hilarious. Better sex, better connections, deeper, when you release and make room for your future, the future that you're going to create. The day one affirmations that I shared. I am capable of achieving great things, and I believe in my abilities. I love that affirmations for me is very, very true. I am so capable. Good God, I'm so capable. And I even graduated past that thought. Like I started that beginning point for those who haven't hit the know yet. But the I believe in my abilities, baby. I know my abilities. And when you know, you ain't got to believe, but start where you need to start. All right. So it's you do what you need. You meet you on the road to your becoming. All right. You meet you on the road to your becoming. What does that mean? If you cannot stand 10 toes down and say, I know, and you need to step into I believe, go on and step into I believe. Ain't no problem with that. If you need to step back into I think, okay? Beautiful beginnings in thinking. And I am literally teaching the way I teach, okay? So I hope that you are taking notes and you are picking up what I'm putting down. Let's keep it forward and share another affirmation. I embrace change and see it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Life is in a constant state of movement. Your body, your mind, your being, your surroundings, the environment is in a constant state of moving, even if you're unaware of it. That is fact. So I don't expect that to change anytime soon. How about that? I don't expect it to magically become different. One thing I do love about the word change, and again, we talk about the graduated states of knowing and believing. When it comes to change, there's creating. In the same manner of I know, I create. I create, and I lend you that in hopes that you'll take it and share in that creator energy. Create your future. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to stop and take some time to do some releasing. And once you've achieved all this room and space that you now have returned to you to create, you're going to take some time to think about what you want. What do you want? What do you desire? What would you like to live? What does that look like? Possessions? What do you want in your pocket on your plate? I like food, so you're going to hear me talk about plates. So what is it that you desire? All right? And get to creating that. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could translate that energy from the pain, the trauma, the negative, the darker side of things, the hidden, into a marvelous light of creating what you desire? Like to put that energy over there where it is better used, where it is better hope for you, where it is helping you to manifest the life that you desire. Wouldn't it be wonderful? I'll share with you one more. I am grateful for all the blessings in my life. It always comes back to gratitude. Always, 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 always comes back to gratitude. And I am grateful. We start the show in gratitude. We continue the show in gratitude. You're going to hear me be grateful because I am so grateful. I have wonderful, 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 wonderful experiences, people, family. But there's so much. There's so much. Does that mean I'm not challenged? Does that mean I don't have a hard time? Does that mean that I don't have growth pains? Nah, don't mean any of that. It simply means that I did some releasing, and it let me have more room to see things more clearly, to allow myself happy. To allow myself happy, y'all. Some folks don't think that they deserve happy. Some folks are content with being told that they're cursed or filthy rags, or they've got to come broken and all these things just to be loved or accepted. They don't. No, no. No. And no. Okay, great. So I understand those who come through that pathway and that doorway. Okay. Not shooting. I've been through that pathway and that doorway. But I walked through the door. And after I walked through the door, it was a whole different story, right? It's a whole different story when you get to the door. So you should not be singing the same song over yourself. Right? Isn't that something to attend to? My church hurt people. Isn't that something to attend to? All right. Back to the full conversation with everybody. So we talked about the releasing. And we've spoken about the affirmations. I'm going to take the station breaks and do all the mystical magical button pushing, and then we will continue with the care and kindness, because that and that comfort and kindness. Comfort and kindness. Okay, Care comes to mind so quickly, but it is comfort and kindness. So release, affirmations, comfort and kindness. There's care and comfort, but we're going to hold that thought for a second. Now, when I mention this right here, that you can go to blastmusic247.com. Yep, I just make sure I said it right. Use that QR code, go and register as a fan if you have wonderful desires and you enjoy the new music or the indie and all that wonderful great stuff. Cool. Gone over there and heard that. If you are an artist and you'd like your music with video or images shared on a podcast just like this, well, darlings, you could do that over there too. Register there. All right. So with that, I'm going to share one of the Blast artists with you. Let's see which one. Let's go here.
As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, look in the mirror, tell me what you see. See. You don't see me like I see me. You don't see me like I see me. Nah. You don't see me like I see me. A black god, a black queen. You don't see me like I see me. You don't see me like I see me. Nah. But I see you like I see me. You're a black god, a black queen. Look in the mirror, tell me what you see. I mean, do you really see a hoe? Society calls you bitch, but you are not a dog. It's the other way around, baby girl. You are a god. I know you probably never heard of this, so I suggest you take a hold of this. Yeah, it's some people on this boat that's poking holes in it, but we gon' patch it up anyway and just float on it. People say we don't reflect God, but we the co-creators with God. So if somebody got a problem, then that's their problem. They need to take that up with God, cause we've been here since the beginning. Team black girl, yeah we winning, but we gotta stop with the division. Where light is right and black is whack, that's superstition. Cause Willie lynched us regardless of the difference, but we don't get it. A reflection of you, yeah, a reflection of me. We're a reflection of God. Inside us is the key. We hold the secrets of the universe, produce the universal kings. We produced Martin with the dream. We produced Elijah, Kareem, and we produced Farrakhan on the sea, yeah. But you don't see me like I see me. But you don't see me like I see me, no. You don't see me like I see me. A black god, a black queen. But I see you like I see me. But I still see you like I see me, yeah. I see you like I see me, yeah. A black god, a black queen. A black god, a black queen. Black god, a black queen. You don't see me like I see me. A black god, a black queen. A black god, a black queen. A black god, a black queen. But I see you like I see me. Royalty. Look in the mirror, tell me what you see. Do you really see a nigga? Do you really see a thug? Do you see a drug dealer? Do you really see a savage or a beast or a killer? Well, I don't. I know you've got a lot to carry, a wide load. They changed your name from Kuta Kinte into John Doe. You say your eyes is wide open, but your mind closed. Cause you don't think that you a god. But I know that you got more to offer than what shows. Your dirt's been exposed, but we gotta dig deep to find gold. To find gems, to find gold, that's what you are. Ain't nobody gotta tell you you a star. That's why you want the finer things, the gold chains and the diamond rings. Cause the king deserve it all, no LeBron. You're a reflection of me, I'm a reflection of you. We're a reflection of God, and inside us is the truth. You are the creator of the universe, the sun, the stars, and the moon. Anything you think you can do. Don't you know your mind is a womb? Your thoughts can give birth to something new. But you don't see you like you should see. You don't see you like you should see, nah, nah. You don't see you like you should see. You're a black god, a black king. But I see you like you should see. But I still see you like you should see, yeah, yeah. I see you like you should see. You're a black god, a black king. Black god, a black king. Black god, a black king, yeah. But you don't see you like you should see. You're a black god, a black king. A black god, a black king. A black god, a black king. But I see you like you should see. You're royalty.
Ooh-wee, HC1 with Reflections. Yeah, I vibe that song very, very, very hard. And like I mentioned, if you go ahead on order and you submit your work, you can have it played right here on the Mystical Magical podcast. And now there's a bunch of podcasts that Blast hosts, so you have plenty of opportunity to reach many people. Like I think we were over 350,000 somewhere in there. And then there's also the magazine that was added to it. There's the Twitch streaming stations. There's like a lot, like 13 different locations at least, and I think more growing, where podcasts are streamed out. So get the picture. You want the exposure, this is definitely a way to tap in and do it, and I'd love to help you do that by sharing it right here on this podcast. Two things. We do have sponsors for our podcast. If you would like to be a sponsor for this particular growth podcast, let me know. This is SXP Metamorphosis 365. Okay, what else is to be known? I can run ads for you guys. That is to be known. For now, that's all we want to do with that. And I have a writer that's normally with me when I'm live. I will satisfy the writer in a bit, but first, I want to tend to just a couple of more things here with what we were talking about to get to our the fullness of the message. All right, the comfort and the care. So we talked about the release and the affirmations, and the simplest way to remember this is rack. I gave you guys the nice sound when it came to racking that shotgun, racking that rifle, and the fear and the tension and all the things that went around that, and then the mastery that came, the peace, the comfort, the understanding, the know-how. It comes when you commit. Keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working at it. BS on the excuses, none. Okay? So I shared that with you guys. So you got your RACK, got it? Your release, your affirmations, your comfort and care, or your care and kindness. There you go. Yep. I had to go back in my mind and read that. Release, affirmations, comfort and care. Kindness. Oh, it's a fun place in here. Okay, great. So, comfort. I think that's part of one of the things that people tend to try to fast forward through as fast as they can. I mean, like, comfort. And especially folks who've been through traumas that involve touch. Maybe you don't want to be touched. You don't want folks at your back. I was going to say at your 6. You don't want folks back there. You don't want folks too close to you. Even when you're outside, you're rarely at rest. You're at a state of paranoia, a worry, evil foreboding, even where it's like, okay, you're constantly at watch. There is no peace. Once you've experienced the release, once you've gotten to your affirmations, well, you're down the road now. All right, you're moving into a place where you're a bit more comfortable outside. You can sit with your back to the door. You don't have to have your phone constantly at 100%. You do not have weapons on your person all the time, okay? When you've moved closer into a state of peace. This is the point that we're talking about right now. Comfort. Now, comfort can happen along the way, absolutely. But I want to invite you to a fuller experience of comfort. What does that look like? Well, let me tell you what it looks like. It looks like you have answered some questions of what you need. All right. You were honest about what you needed to release. You did the work to release it. And now you have this space. You have a place to breathe. All right. A spot that you've created to heal in. Please do add comfort into your healing. What comfort looks like to you, you're going to have to really define that. I can tell you what it can look like. It can look like self-care. All right, it can look like, what do you love to do? You love to go get your head shaved and massaged, okay? Or ladies, you want to go get your hair did, get your nails done, again, on the massage. Maybe you want to go take a trip, get some traveling done. Maybe you need to go immerse in the water and see something beautiful. Maybe you just want to go sit in a cabin by yourself off in the woods and be quiet. Maybe you want to go grow something. What does comfort look like to you? You want to add some comfort, okay? And kindness. Be kind to yourself. It is the case, this is fact, not fiction, fact. It is the case that guilt can come up when you're moving through this process of releasing. The guilt can come tell you that you shouldn't be doing that right now. Don't you have something you gotta do? Somewhere you need to be, someone you need to serve. Aren't you supposed to be busy? Busy. The busy will try to guilt you out of your comfort and kindness. I want to say care so bad because it really is care. All of it is care. However, when that moment of attempted guilting comes up, swat it like a mosquito. Y'all know I don't like mosquitoes. Bye-bye. Get that thing out of your face and continue to show yourself comfort. Again, I am a foodie. I will hit that kitchen, and it is a place of comfort for me when I am creating some fun, adventurous meal. I had a conversation with my mom over the weekend, and she was chatting up my eldest daughter, and they were talking about what they were born to do, like who are they at heart? And I giggled because my mom is like, "You're hospitality," and I was like, "That's interesting. It's fun to see, what folks see when they see you." And she went on to share how I loved serving and parties and making it, and I still freaking do. You better believe if you're invited to something that I'm throwing, you want to be there because it's going to be amazing. Same time as we spoke, I let her in on the secret. And when I told her, she was like, yes, that's what it is. Because folks are going to see some things for you. And that's wonderful when they see great things and beautiful things for you. But that don't always mean that is it. That's not the sum of it, the whole of it. It could be part. And embrace the beautiful things that folks share with you. So I embrace that. And it is true. What I shared with her was, it's the adventure for me. And her light bulb was like, bling. You're right. I said, I know. Because I took time to know me. We're back to that point. Get the picture. Take time to know you. I know where my comfort boxes are. I'm in there making some gourmet stuff. Comfort. I'm in there baking. Ooh, yeah. Comfort. I am creating. I am painting. Comfort. I am in the water. Beach, me. Comfort. Kindness to myself. I'm taking some time alone, off and over there, away. Comfort. Go grab a tattoo or two. Comfort. Like, I know the things that I love. I know my places that I'm comfortable. I have a lot of folks that I'm comfortable with, and when I get time with specific people, comfort. All right, so what do you need? What is your comfort? What is your kindness to yourself? And for those who did their homework, good job. For those who didn't get it done, and add this to it. What is your comfort? Where is your comfort? Where do you find it? Because you want to create yourself some comfortable things. I'm not one for a whole lot of TV, but I know some people find comfort in that. I do like movies, right? There's some fun in there. There's some kindness to myself. And the kindness really is in the being still. The kindness is the awareness and paying attention. The kindness is taking the time and protecting it. That is the kindness. Protect your peace. Protect your newly cleaned spaces once you've released and you're building in those affirmations and you're building a stronger you, right? And the things that will come, like I said, the guilt is going to come try to ride you out of your joy. Do not fall for that foolishness. Don't do it. And then the other things that'll come, the stress or maybe the reminders, here's a truth that might piss you off, but it might not. Your life is often giving you opportunities to face the thing you don't want to face. Something is triggering you. Ooh, you pissed, your skin is crawling, the hairs on your neck is standing up, and you are angry, and you're so angry over something so small, and you're looking at yourself like, what am I so mad for? Why do I feel so strongly about that? Well, pumpkin, it's probably because you are triggered, and we're talking a lot of words that surround weapons today, but I'm okay with that. Hopefully you are too. So, triggered. Your trigger has a place. It has a home. It has an origin story. It has a locale in you. Yeah, it's keeping you company. So until you kind of yield to that moment and really go hunting and find it so you can release it, you will continue to get that invitation. Understand it's an invitation. Life is not out to get you. It's out to get you ready, though. All right? Strength. All right, muscle up. So there's much I want to say about that, but I'm kind of like, nah, this is not that moment. We're going to wait on that. But I kid you not, life is not out to get you. It is out to get you ready, out to get you prepared, out to get you strong and to your goals. That is the point. That's where you're headed. Where's it getting you to? What's it for? You came here with purpose. You came here to drop something off in this earth. Do you know what that is? Like, do you know what that is? And have you taken a step to act on it? Act on it. And sometimes it is that the traumas or the experiences and the events that have come to knock us off of our effectiveness or our impact squares, they came for that reason, to delay you, to deter you, to see if you're going to punk out and not do your work. And just wither. Don't wither. You're here, so I'm believing that you want water, that you want growth. Or you wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't have listened this long. So I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. Do not quit. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. All right, fast forward. Comfort in the care. It is possible that your comfort is in things, trinkets, mementos, moments. Beautiful. It is possible that your comfort is in a person. I will offer you a bit of a caution with that, all right? Build your comfort in you. I am my comfort. I am my safe place. I have other folks that are safe places for me to go and have conversations too. Yeah. But God in me is my safe place. Hint. Okay, great. And it is wonderful to have other folks that you can come and sit with and find comfort and kindness and care, all those wonderful things, sure. At the same time, be mindful of dependency. You want to be able to give light and receive it. All right? Not just take, and eat up someone else's energy, eat up someone else's light, eat up someone else's life, impede their purpose. You don't want to be that vulture, vampire, parasite-like person. Don't do that. What you go. Grow. Build yourself. Know yourself. Love yourself. Love the God in you. All right? Be full. And then as you are, and even in the becoming, all right, work that into your being. Work that into your story. Work that into your nature. Work that into your character. Work that into your habits. We'll be back to the H word. Habits. Love that word. All right? As you're creating, because you've done your releasing, you've made so much room to create the life you desire. All right. That's pretty much the story, y'all. So quick recap. I woke up. I thought we were talking about something else today. And sure enough, I woke up speaking this message out, like and took some notes just to make sure that I brought it back to you and shared those pressed in pieces. So yes, I would say go back and watch episode 75 and then watch 76. Take notes, get all the gleaning done. What can you use and put it to use? Got it? The meat and the bones. If you find any bones, don't choke on them. Just spit it out and keep it moving. But the meat of it, I'm going to need you to chew on it. Chew on it. There's some fat there too. Chew on that. And let the understanding come. I teach how I teach. Sometimes I will give you A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, but sometimes you're just going to get this grown-up work and you're going to move like a grown-up and you're going to get them notes. You're going to sit there and you're going to think and go and meditate on it. All right, and parse it out and do your homework. Get to digging in yourself and find the things that you need to find. Get your location, your introspection, your inside GPS, the inner GPS on yourself. All right, know where what is. What are you feeling? You want to go down? I was thinking about giving you this one tip, and it occurred to me that I'm gonna have to say more if I do that. So how about I just give you a little something, but I would say more, and you figure it out a little bit. Go hunting. Locations in your body. Are you aching anywhere? That's good. Check out your aches. See what builds those aches. See how far back you can trace it. I'll give you an example that's completely random and outscaled. When it comes to religious beliefs, my beginnings were in Christianity. All types of denominations. I've been a part of many denominations. I've gotten to enjoy and understand and to learn through them. I also got to read Tommy Tenney's book, God Chasers. And I also took a flight of fancy, if you will, to go through all of the religions, go read these holy books and holy writings and understand and meditate on them. I get with sovereign divine God and get my understanding above all else. Get understanding? Yeah. Get the picture. So sometimes it is that you have the information and it is for you to go and sit in that information and break it down and chew it so that you are getting every bit of nutrition from it so that you can grow. SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. That's what it's all about. It is a beautiful thing to grow. It is a wonderful thing to grow. And not be afraid of yourself, your excellent, wonderful, beautiful self. Your creative, your thoughtful, your giving self. Your shark, your moving, your go-getter, you take over the world self. There's no need in being afraid of you. None. You're quiet. You're intimidated and growing into comfort self. You're hidden. You're sad. You're depressed. And coming out of that self. You honor you wherever you are. You love you wherever you are. Bless wherever you are and whatever you are going through. Bless it, bless it, bless it. Because it is a part of your story. It doesn't have to be the end. Could just be the beginning. Could just be the middle if you decided so. Even if you're late in your life, late in your years, I've had some clients come through late in their years, and the experiences, the growth, the release, the impact they had. And I'm talking over 70s too. Yeah, a couple of them are over 70. No excuse. That is my point. You ain't got no excuse. Okay. That's pretty much it. The amazing power of release. I did my best. I did my best. I followed the instructions. I showed up. I took aim. I fired at my target, my goal. And I trusted from that point that I would hit my mark. And this is speaking about learning the wrecking of that lovely shotgun. That put all kind of bruises on my body at first. And then I mastered it. Oh, it took time. Okay. It takes time sometimes. It takes time to work through trauma. Sometimes it takes someone, a guide, a coach to help. And there's no shame in that either. If you need me, I am right here. You like coaching, you can reach out. Ooh, hear the thunder? You can reach out at, I love when God starts speaking, total squirrel moment, but life is sanctuary, the letters XP at gmail.com. Life is sanctuary XP at gmail.com. If you'd like to get a faster response, this is from our folks who are ready. You are not in the mood to offer yourself excuses or an out or reasons. Oh, I don't have enough money. Find it. Oh, it's too hard. I'm afraid. I'm pretty brave. I'll lend you some of my braveness. Okay. I've got reasons and I've got so much stuff. I'm just busy. I'm busy. Well, what if you don't tend to the things that's going on in your body, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and they begin to affect you physically? And you're at a point where you can't do nothing forward and you're stuck. Do you want to wait to get there? And if so, why? Okay, great. I am that human that I believe in accountability. I often say to friends and to clients alike, the harassment is free. I'll be on your head, trust and believe, but in love. Because I want you to do the things that you said you want to do. I want you to have the impact that you are seeking. My heart is for you. It is for you to taste that deliciousness of, oh my God, my best. In this thing, this is my best. To taste that fruit of accomplishment, the seasoning of I did it. Oh, it feels so good. It tastes so good. It is so good. I want that for you. I want that for you. And I want to hear all about it when you do it. Like, for real. I am that human. That email I gave you earlier, if you have been growing with me and you are putting in the work and you are experiencing breakthrough after breakthrough, wonderful thing after wonderful thing, share your good news with me. I love good news. For real. Life is sanctuary. xp@gmail.com. The next women's experience is the second weekend in March. A full-on sisterhood experience. Heal, grow. Some sisterhood, love, and fun. Renew. We handle all of that business during SXP 3-day for the women. Come get that love for you, gents. We don't do the 3 days because, well, I won't say we would never. I won't say that. But right now it's on pause. What I can offer you is the Lion's Heart, and it is an interactive work designed for you, gamified for you to experience and enjoy. That I welcome you to. I also teach masterminds and private coaching groups. You guys are welcome to that, my gentlemen. If my guys watching would like a 3-day experience, I'm going to say step up and put your money where your mouth is, and I will provide an experience that will blow your mind spiritually, emotionally, the healing you will experience, the renewal you will experience, the food. And I've cooked for my women a couple of times. I also have a bomb caterer, do know that. But trust and believe, there's really conversation going on when I cook, because folks is like, oh my God, and just eating. It's wonderful because I put love all in my food. I put love in everything I do. Trust. So anyway, if you gentlemen would like to experience the 3-day, step up, raise your hand. Here I am. I'd like to come through. The charge for 3 days is $1,500 or $1,600. 15 in March, 16 for September. So that is out there. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay. And that's all inclusive. Like, once you're on site and you have everything you need. And it's wonderful. And you can grab whatever other stuff you want. But the primary need stuff is provided. And the experience. And the coaching. And the training. A lot of great things. Okay. So I've said everything I think I need to say to y'all. Remember rack. All right? Just remember rack. Rack it in your mind. Release. Hit them affirmations. Move into your comfort and your kindness. Repeat it. Remember to not fall for the guilt or stopping. Don't do that. Keep going. You make a commitment, keep your commitment. All right. I am going to go enjoy this beautiful storm. Like, it seems like it's coming and brewing. I really do enjoy this sounds. Oh my God, it's wonderful. And it's so peaceful for me. I don't know about y'all. All right. Thank you for joining me for SXP Metamorphosis 365. I will see you guys live the following Tuesday. Guys, say the same. All right. Let's see. Let's push some buttons. Oh, there's something else I want to share with you guys, but I can do that next week. Yeah. I think I'm going to end it this way. Let's see. I'll find it for my writer because I didn't forget my writer. There we go. This is how we end today. He loved her while grabbing her body to pull her into loving arms. He loves her while grabbing the headboard. He loved her while choking her gently till the lights went out. No words, no doubt of passive insensitivities. Loved her safest in his mind when she was on her knees or him flat on his back, staring dreamily into eyes. Got the feeling that she danced lively in a world full of danger. Stranger the happenings, the more captivating. His thick hair and comely bulges caused her budget to decrease. Steadily efforts paid to please him, paycheck his being back together. Prayer, positive words, and whatever alabaster box that bastarded-hearted curmudgeon called for or demanded. Silently bewitching pulls, wormholes she laced her tongue through. Unknown galaxies awaited, worm on the hook, she baited him with clarity. Oceanic love, skydiving insanity, plunging to her need. His strong arms kept her as she bleed to death. Without him, there's no man left on earth. Amazonian crown, king, queen, royalty, she bowed her head. Crowns rolling off down Brown's legs like meatballs from atop spaghetti. Heavy is the crown. Water, I'm so thirsty now. Help me, she tried to scream out. Only thing is, that's exactly what he was doing. Healing her from life. Bewildered, suffocating all the knots, it's not what you think. He only sought to return her life to ink. Rewrite. And maybe next time she'd get it right. Or perhaps not. In body and out, they've been each other's operator. I need a way out for one another. Not just acquainted breaths, but been friend, mother, sister, lover, wife. Elemental air, broken bread, saline, love of my life. Catalyst, antagonist, and prime. Singuloid, that one line. Yeah, this time, she loved him without grip. She loved him as the stingers pierced daily in and out of her. Allergy, world blurry, and she couldn't see. She loved him through hot to cold, black mold, sweaty walls. Tongue to left and to right, mirrors to souls of soul, dangling disco balls of flashes. Lifetimes hanging walls of memories. Did I find him, or did he find me? Conspiracy, focus synchronicities to ensure love was rubbed like that wood stump of a famous tree. It's showtime. Legs already broken, so she can't stand. He's already guilty by the placement of his hands, fingerprinted, reminders all over her body, toes to thumb. She inhaled her last breath, tears rolling down, and he comes. Pleasure, pure agony. He rapid to enter, 3 strokes and he's centered. She's gone from this realm, and he's going with her.